Yeah, of course I have seen this video. It's Maduro arriving to Manhattan after he was kidnapped from Venezuela by the US Department of Justice, or the US administration as such, and put in US custody. So basically there is an indictment by the court, by the prosecutor, to take Maduro in front of the court, and the US president is obliged in a way to execute that order. There might be some precedent. It actually happened regarding the head of state only twice. In the case of Manuel Noriega and Muammar Gaddafi. So these were two head of states, sitting head of states, who were indicted in the history of the US. And it was executed, as we know, in the case of Manuel Noriega. But the situation differed because in the case of Noriega in Panama in 1989, Noriega sought actually a declaration of war from the legislature against the United States. And he was attacking US facilities and US personnel in Panama, to which George Bush Sr. reacted with the intervention and apprehension. The intervention might have been disproportional, but it was clearly different situation than from Venezuela. Well, regarding the trial itself, the court would need to consider, or there would be a defense from Nicolas Maduro and his legal team, that he was kidnapped from foreign country, and this illegality somehow impacts the legality of the trial. The precedents in the US seems to be clear on this issue, saying basically that it doesn't matter how the person got in the United States. So there is no violation which would be impacting the trial. What the US court is more focused on is due process. So how now, from now on, the trial is going to be conducted. As I mentioned, from the US point of view of constitutional law, it is the administration, the president, who recognize a foreign government, and that is a foreign head of state. The US government didn't recognize Maduro since 2019, so it will not give him head of state immunity because it considers him not to be head of state. But from the international point of view, what matters is not a recognition, but an effective control. And doesn't matter whether Maduro lost the elections, rigged the elections, whether he has legitimacy or not, if he's effectively controlling public power in Venezuela, he is head of state and he has immunity from the international law point of view. And we have some courts around the world, national courts, like in France, confirming that interpretation also for the application internally in those states. The US sees it different.